Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Mulate, and today I decided to change up my scenery. I'm outside on my balcony or whatever, but don't too much mind all of that background. Alright, so I fixed it. So yeah, I decided to change up the scenery or whatever bit. So yeah, so pretty much what I want to talk about today is pretty much just giving y'all guys vacation tips. Pretty much me and the gang are taking a vacation really soon, and we're going to Pensacola, Florida. Yay. At first we were supposed to go to Miami, but things didn't work out. So pretty much I'm gonna just pretty much be giving y'all tips based off of like what did work and what didn't work, and why we went, like why we changed up the locations and stuff like that. So just bear with me with the story. So pretty much we were supposed to be going to Miami for spring break, but of course Miami is a big city, it's very expensive, so we wanted to go down there with a whole lot of money. So my friends and I decided to come up with the dates. We came up with the dates or whatever, and we asked everyone to put down a security deposit. First, let's just bag up. So the people, this is going to be tip number one. When you're going on vacation, pay attention and you really evaluate the people that you want to go with, okay? Because you don't want nobody that's too young, and you don't want nobody that's dead old, because they're not going to want to do nothing, and they're going to be going like to sleep early and stuff like that. So just like pretty much like pay attention to that, like, you know, and like make sure that the people that you go with, you can actually get along with them, and that they can get along with other people. And be aware of strangers. So like if you invite someone and they invite someone but you don't know that person that they invited, then you might want to like really think about that, you know, like, because if they do something that you don't like, you can't get mad. But like, well, you can get mad, but it's like you have to really like keep your cool, because it's like, well, this is my friend, and you know, the only thing that you can do is talk to your friend about it, but you don't want no drama on the trip. So just be aware of the people that you go with, because you don't want anybody to counteract in the wrong way, you know. So pretty much think about that or whatever. So we thought about the people that we went with, and pretty much the people we're going with is classmates from high school. So everybody know each other, and you know, we're all cool and we can get along, we can hang and we can have fun and turn the fuck up. So ask everybody to pay a security deposit. Okay, tip number two, I feel like you should ask people to pay for a security deposit, because that secures your spot. We asked everybody to put down a $50 security deposit for their spot in Miami, and nobody did it, only because they wasn't going to have any spending money. So if you can't pay a security deposit of $50 to go on an expensive trip, then you know, you're not going to have money to go on that trip. So I just feel like if they can't pay a security deposit, they can't go on the trip, like point blank. So my friends, they didn't pay their security deposit for Miami, and you know, so we pretty much thought that they wasn't gonna have the money for it. So we switched it up, and we said the location was gonna be Pensacola, and pretty much everybody paid their security deposit, because going to Pensacola is a lot cheaper, and we can actually drive, so we wouldn't be like coming off a lot of gas, and it's not that far away from where we live. So, you know, we decided to change up the location, and people decided to start paying their security deposit. So a security deposit can also help you determine how much money you're coming off of between each and every person that you're dealing with. So say we invited like, hey bro. So with the security deposit also helps you determine how much money you're going to be coming off of. So say like you invite, okay, so like with us, we invited like 8 people, I think. So we invited 8 people, but so far only 6 people paid, so we still need 2 more people to pay. But we already pretty much picked the house, because like I said, so many people already paid their security deposit. So what we did was pick the house based off of how many people paid their security deposit. So 6 people paid, which means we only need 6 beds, and pretty much the other 2 people who keep saying they're coming and going to give us their money, they're just going to be shit out of luck when, you know, we get down there without a bed. So they're going to just get it how they live. Either bitch, you're going to sleep on the floor, bitch, you can sleep in a closet, bitch, I don't give a fuck where you sleeping at, you feel me? But you gotta get it how you live, because it was a certain dates that we made everybody pay their security deposit. So I also kind of like skip that part, but make sure like when you do decide how much the security deposit is going to be, pretty much we feel like if when you go on the trip and you know you figure out how many people going, give them a day to pay a security deposit, and then figure out another day to pay the rest, because that's going to be helpful. That way, if like you know how many people pay the security deposit, you know exactly how much you got to pay for the room, you know exactly how many beds you need, you know exactly how much you can split between the transportation when y'all there. You just know more when people pay a security deposit. That means that, bitch, I'm going, I pay my money, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And like I said, if they can't pay a security deposit, then they can't go on the trip. I mean, you can't pay 50, you can't go spend a band, you know. So think about that. And so pretty much everybody paid their security deposit for Pensacola, and so we decided to go to Pensacola, whatever. So pretty much the only thing else after that we had to figure out was our transportation. Pretty much, since it's cheaper to just drive the 4 or 5 hours there, we're just gonna drive. So everybody just gonna pack up and get in the car with someone and just shoot out there early. And you know, we're gonna be out there for 4 days. Also determine how many days you're gonna need off, and make sure that it's suitable enough for each and everybody else schedule, because some people work, some people go to school, and you just have to think about that. If you're in school, you also have to figure out if you're going to be missing too much, or you know, some people don't want to miss a lot of days of work. So you know, think about that. And for us, it was just good for us to do 4 days, you know, 4 nights or whatever. I mean 3 nights, 4 days. That way it's just going to be on the weekend. Nobody's going to be missing work that much. I'm off, so bitch, I don't care. Ho, when you got a job, a good job, and you off on weekends. Oh yeah, so I feel like, you know, think about the dates. Make sure you give everybody the dates before you ask them if they want to go on a trip. When you invite someone on a trip, make sure you have the dates, the fucking, like, you know, the weather, bitch. Make sure you have all that shit, because you know they not gonna be able to know nothing if you don't have everything together. So if you decide to ask anybody on a trip, make sure you plan it first. Like, take a day, think about it, like, oh, I want to do this. Go look at rooms, like, screen record, like you looking at the Airbnb, send it to everybody. Make sure, you know, everybody get, you know, opinion in where you guys sleep at. And you know, when you get the rental, I mean, you don't really need no one else's opinion on the rental. You just got to be, you know, thoughtful of how many people are going to ride in the rental. So you don't want to get nothing too small, you don't want to get nothing too big, you know, because it could be pricey, especially because you're going to be paying by the day on the rental. So you know, just make sure you have all the little details that everyone needs before you invite them on a trip, because that's going to be very aggravating when you ask someone to go on a trip, you don't know what days y'all leaving, and it's like, well, what the fuck, how do I know when I need my money? What do I tell my job? You know, I don't want to wait too late, and then some people not going to be able to go, and then you're just going to be asked out, you know. So think about that. Also, if you're going on a big trip, like say when we was going to Miami, some people were scared to drive. I mean, some people were scared to fly, so some of them was going to drive and some of us was going to fly. So tip number 3, if you are going to, well, pretty much tip number 3, transportation. If you are going to drive, I'm going to give you key rules when you're driving. Well, not rules, but things to think about, so just to be cautious of. So if you're driving, and you're going to be driving with alcohol or any form of drugs, please make sure you do the speed limit, and please make sure you're very, very cautious. Make sure you have, if you know you're going to be smoking in that bitch or drinking in that bitch, make sure you have a toothbrush and some toothpaste to hurry up and, you know, when you finish or something like that, so when you do a breathalyzer, they can't really detect it, they can't smell it on your breath. Make sure that you have air fresheners of any kind that's going to take away from the tobacco smell or the weed smell or the crack smell, whatever the fuck you're going to be doing in the car. Make sure you have things to cover up that scent, and make sure you be aware of when you do it and when, you know, when to do it and when not to do it. Pretty much don't be smoking all crazy and shit during the day if you're going to be driving. Pretty much wait till the light gets darker a little bit to do all that. But if you do it anyway, hey, that's on your body. Just be careful. But you can't go, you have to do the speed limit, and you can't go too fast, but you also have to be aware of your timing, because you don't want to, like, you don't want to be late or, like, you know, get to your location late or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and break that part down to you so you can understand what I'm saying. So far as like saying that you don't want to get somewhere late, I'm gonna speak on that part in a little bit later. But so yeah, if you're gonna be driving, think about that. And police are bad out on the interstate, especially out of state. They don't play out of state, so you really have to be careful. So that's driving. And then you have to think about, you know, the gas. Make sure you split it up. Make sure you know how much the car takes to fill up. That way you can tell each person how much they have to pay for, you know, the gas or whatever. And then pretty much, you know, just make sure that bitch, you know, running good, and you know, you're fine. But if you get a rental, then you're gonna be okay. So that's driving. Now you have to think about flying. Some people are scared to fly, so they're gonna drive. But the people who aren't scared to fly are gonna fly. They pretty much, like Miami from where we stay at was only going to be like a 2-hour flight. So for the people who were flying, we were going to get there a little bit early than the people who were driving were going to do. So you have to be mindful of that, because if you fly and everybody else drive, you're going to get there earlier than anybody else. You have to think about what you're going to do to pass the time by while you're waiting on your friends to get there, and you got to make sure that you aren't sitting in the airport all day either. So, you know, like, try to make sure you pay attention to your timing. And so timing pretty much go hands in hands with the transportation. So tip number 4, timing. Timing is everything, you guys. Timing is everything. Pretty much all the Airbnbs and all the hotels, they pretty much check in at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're going to get a flight, make sure your flight arrives an hour before check-in time. And the only reason why I say an hour before check-in time is because you don't know what the traffic is going to be looking like wherever you're going to be going. And Miami is pretty busy, so we were thinking that it was going to be like a lot of traffic, so we wanted to get there in a timely manner, that way we could check in on time and then make sure we continue to stay on schedule. Like, not really like schedule our trip, because we pretty much gonna be doing everything, but like just make sure we get enough sunlight to do like the day things. Oh my god, it was a bee. Make sure we get a lot of sunlight time so we can do like the day things, and then, you know, like at nighttime shit just wild out, you feel me? But you have to think about that for as timing with flying, for as timing with driving. If you're going to be driving 5 hours to get to somewhere and the check-in time is, like I said, around 3 or 4, then that means that you might want to kind of leave just on time. So say from here 5 hours it takes us, you know, to get to Pensacola. Check-in time's at 3. 3, 2, 1, 12, 11. So we pretty much was going to want to leave at 10. And the only reason why I say 10 when literally 5 hours was if we leave at 11, we can get there check-in time, is only because of traffic. If we leave at 10 o'clock in the morning, we probably won't be in as much traffic, but, you know, it'll be, you know, just fine. And then you also have to think about the stops that you make. You don't want to make too many stops. I hate making a lot of stops because that prolongs the trip, and you don't want the trip to be prolonged. Like, that is the worst feeling, being in the car. You have a lot of fatigue, you just grumpy, like, it's just so much. So you don't want to ever prolong the trip, so don't ever take too many stops. So a 5-hour trip for us is 1 stop only. So leaving that extra hour early, 30 minutes of that was going to be for 1 stop, and then the other 30 minutes is pretty much just going to be spread out throughout just for traffic or some shit like that, because you don't ever be in traffic too long. So, you know, you just have to think about that. So make sure if you're driving, you want to leave just on time, because you don't want to get to your destination too early and you already been in the car and now you have to wait, you know, so much longer before you can check in. You're still going to be in the car. So you just got to think about all that crazy goo-goo gaga shit, you know, when, you know, you're driving or flying. And pretty much my friends was telling me that you should go on the trip single. So I guess tip number 5, relationships. I wouldn't necessarily agree with my friends when they say go on a trip single, because I personally, the first trip I've taken, I went on that trip in a relationship, and I mean, I was doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do, bitch. I was popping in the sand, bitch. I was hitting splits in the sand, bitch. I was doing all types of shit. So, I mean, and I still had fun, and my nigga saw it because I posted it on Snapchat and Instagram and all that crazy shit, bitch. So it wasn't no problem. It was just, what you doing? You having fun? Yeah, I see you having fun, you know, but, you know, just be careful, and, you know, I see you when you get back, bitch. So if you're gonna go on a relationship, if you're gonna go on a trip in a relationship, just make sure that your partner understands, hey, Bitch, I didn't pay all this money to go nowhere and do the same shit that I did here. I'm not finna be on the phone with you all day. I'm not finna be fucking FaceTiming you all day. Don't you be calling me all day. We can text, you know, just know that it might be slow, like, you know, so just make sure you and your partner is like on terms when it comes down to, you know, going on a trip or whatever. And so also you can go, I mean, if you feel like it's not going to work with you being in a relationship, going on a trip, you might not want to go, because you might feel like, you know, you have to be stuck in a house and you have to do all those things that I told my partner that I was not doing. So if you're one of those people, then, you know, hey, no judgment, but I don't think a trip is going to be good for you, because you're not going to want to get too drunk to where you don't remember what you did and you do some shit, you know. So, I mean, it's on you at the end of the day. Like I said, I didn't went in a relationship. I didn't, well, actually both times I went on vacation, I was in a relationship, but 2 different ones. But I mean, the first one I didn't break up because of that. Like, I don't know, but bitch, I live my best life. So if you gonna be one of those, if you one of those people like me, don't care, bitch, he know what's up or she know what's up and you know what's up, that's all that matters, okay? So yeah, and pretty much I guess tip number 6, don't go out there broke. Bitch, if you go to Miami, make sure you have $500 and up to spend as far as just anything. And bitch, if you can't have that, then you don't need to be going. I don't feel like you need to go on the trip for less than $300. Then that's just me, period. No trip less than $300, even if it's cheap and you know it's not much to do out there, still less than $300, because you never know what can happen. You feel me? Like, you don't know if you go to a casino, lose some money, or you might lose some money. You feel me? Like, you don't want to go out there with no little money and not have enough to do nothing for however many days you're going out there. So you gotta think about that. And then I'ma just throw this in. When you're going on vacation, when you think about like food, and this is going to be the last thing that I'm going to say, and I'm going to let you guys go, but I feel like if you guys all put in on groceries when you like first get to the Airbnb, put y'all stuff up, take a shower if you have to, do whatever, then go straight to the grocery store. That way you can buy liquor, because let me tell you, we went to Texas and we didn't know that they had a cutoff time on liquor, and we literally could not find any liquor after 7 p.m. I promise. So make sure when you know, you think about that. So I'll say go to Walmart, bitch, and try to like go grocery shopping as soon as you get there. Get some motherfucking liquor, get eggs, like get breakfast stuff, get dinner stuff, and pretty much you guys just alternate who's going to cook. If any of you guys can cook, if only one person can cook, then y'all need to make sure that that person knows that, bitch, your job on this trip is cooking. That's the only job you have, bitch. Leave the rest to us. You feel me? So I feel like that'll help you guys save money. That way you can do more fun stuff instead of buying a whole lot of food. Because if you like me and my friends, we're gonna get drunk and high, and we're gonna be eating all motherfucking day. You feel me? So just be aware of, you know, your money, how you spend it, where you go. Never leave no one behind. Do not, I repeat, do not leave no one behind. No member gets left behind, okay? I don't care if that person is talking to a nigga they just met or a bitch they just met. You better stand your ass right there and watch them talk to that person. And, you know, y'all walk off after that. Like, you know, so just be aware of strangers. Say no to drugs from other people. And y'all have fun. Don't be with that drama. Don't be with that lollygagging shit. Don't be lazy. Don't be boring. Bitch, you better live your best life, because you just never know. You know, like, trips supposed to be relaxing, so you gotta have fun with it. You feel me? Just let loose and cut up, but be respectful of yourself and be respectful of others, and, you know, everything will work out. If you guys have questions or anything, you can always hit me up on my Instagram or my Snapchat for, you know, any more extra tips, or you can comment below and I'll definitely get back to you with the answer. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. That way pretty much let me know if it was helpful or not. And, you know, if y'all need any more tips or anything else that's fun, that's cool, I can definitely do that. But you guys just have to let me know and pretty much, you know, respond, you know, all that good stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and your family. Share with your exes and your nexes. And bitches, thank you so much for tuning in on this motherfucking video. Okay, and definitely I think that I will do another video telling you guys about my first trip. That way, you know, this video and that video can go hands in hands, and you can pretty much see, you know, exactly how we did everything. So I would definitely do that for you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all my real supporters, people who, you know, support me since day one. I know I haven't been around much with like good content, but I promise y'all I'm coming. It's just so much going on in my life right now. But thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.